Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Dr. Drake. This is a video for the microbiology portion of the NBCE Chiropractic Boards Part 1. You'll find a couple of videos in this specific playlist that cover some material for the microbiology section. This is all part of a much larger board prep course. If you're interested in this course or finding out more information about this course, link is in the description below. Go ahead and click that. You can also contact me through my contact information in the description below this video. Thanks and enjoy. All right, microbiology. So the biggest thing about micro is that it's a lot of just raw memorization. There's not a lot else that you can really do about it. It's going to be a lot of, hey, these are the terms, these are the definitions, these are the specific pathogens, these are their symptoms, these are the diseases and the names that cause them. And also this is how they spread. So Quizlets are kind of the go-to for microbiology. And I do want to say that if you are preparing for this exam and you feel like micro just does not click very well for you, you're better off spending more time reviewing the spinal anatomy, reviewing the general anatomy, reviewing the physiology, and reviewing the clinical pathology than you are spending all the time dealing with biochemistry and microbiology. They are weighted much lower than those other ones. So every question from micro is not as, it does not give you as much of a bump as getting questions right with a subject like spinal anatomy. So with all of that being said, let's jump into micro. So just starting off, like I said, a bunch of definitions. Antitoxin, this is an antibody that's against a toxin. What they do is they give either the toxoid, or which is a portion, like a portion of the toxic component, to an animal. The animal develops an antibody. We extract that antibody from them so that we can give it to somebody else. Antitoxin, this is like for snake venom or something, or spider venom, something like that. It's known as giving an antitoxin is passive artificial immunity. Passive because your body doesn't have to make anything. You're receiving a direct antibody. Artificial, again, because your body is not making it. And you're receiving it from an external source. Endotoxin, we'll talk about endotoxins a couple of different times. This is a toxin from a specific layer of the bacterial cell known as the lipopolysaccharide layer. That's going to come back. These are seen in gram-negative bacteria, and they are heat stable, meaning that heat does not usually destroy this type of toxin. Enterotoxin, these are toxins that affect the intestines. Exotoxins, these are toxins that are outside of the cell, specifically from cell waste products. These are heat labile, which means that they can be destroyed or changed, be subjected to be getting broken down when they're exposed to heat. A fomite is an inanimate object, which is known as a vector. Vector is the object that transmits a disease. Fomites are specific inanimate objects. Doorknobs, tables, silverware, plates, or the most common one for immunocompromised, stethoscopes. Anything that's an inanimate object that can transfer a disease is a fomite. Neurotoxins, these are specifically toxins that affect the nervous system. We'll see those with conditions like botulism or tetanus. Opsonin, this is an antibody or any other substance that binds to foreign microorganisms to mark them and make them more susceptible to phagocytosis. So it enhances phagocytosis. That's all we really need to know about opsonin. A prion is actually a type of protein which breaks down and destroys other proteins. It's a type of disease Like mad cow disease is an example of one that's from prions. They're basically just these proteins that get in and they cause absolutely horrible things to happen. Prions, we'll talk about them specifically later on. One thing to note about prions that they cannot be autoclaved. An clave machine is when it uses super hot steam and super intense pressure to kill pretty much anything and everything that's on an object. This is actually one of the reasons why a lot of times when you're in a clinic now, they use more of the plastic disposable pinwheels for checking the dermatomes, because using the old metal style, technically you need to autoclave those in between every single usage to make sure that you don't spread potentially harmful bacteria. So, autoclave. A toxoid. Toxoid is an inactivated toxin, and this is from active artificial immunity. This is what it stimulates. If you're exposed to a toxoid, your body is going to naturally produce an antibody, but it was typically artificially introduced to the toxoid. And we'll talk more about kind of the immune systems in a little bit. Okay, we're going to keep going. Just wrap this one up. This is going to be a couple short videos. We'll keep going with this more definitions of the microbes in the next video.